There's a movie theater chain in Canada. It is the predominant movie theater chain. Like, to give a comparison, it's just like if AMC and Regal were together. That's how big of a dominance that Cineplex has in Canada. It's, if you want to go to a movie in Canada, the odds are you're going to be going to a Cineplex. There are a couple of others. There are. But they almost have a monopoly up there. And I'll tell you what, I used to love Cineplex. Used to love it. Actually, once I came down to the States and I started running things for AMC theaters, it was actually my dream that someday I would go back to Canada and do the same sort of thing for Cineplex. It was my dream. I spent so much of my growing up years in Cineplex cinemas. Like, I spent a lot of hours of my life in Cineplex cinemas. This is where I fell in love with the movies. But they've become garbage. They're vile. They have, I mean, basically they might have, see that sign says Cineplex Cinemas? It might as well say right underneath it, hey, consumers, we hate you and we don't care if you know it, because what else are you going to do? I remember I started following a lot of the stuff I won't go over everything, but started following some of the stuff they were doing that was so anti-consumer. And I started getting really disappointed. And then I remember going home one year and taking my mom to go see a movie. And I think it was Aquaman.
Yeah, it was.
I wanted to take her to see Aquaman and realizing, they charge you huge extra fees to see it in a premium format, whether it's one of their premium screens or if it's a 3D showing. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like any of that nonsense. I'm just going to take my mom to a regular screening. I kid you not, without exaggeration. I went on, when I was in Canada, went on the Cineplex app. I tried to find a screening for it. Out of the 4 theaters playing it, there was one 4:30 in the afternoon screening that wasn't a 3D screening. Everything else, they were forcing you. You want to come see Aquaman? You got to pay the extra $3.50 for the 3D premium. But I don't want it. Too bad. Well, then come at 4:30 in the afternoon. Like, it's just that kind of stuff. They've really come to disgust me. I really hate that theater chain. And I resent the fact now that when I go up there, that's the only choice I have. And this new situation with Dune 2 is yet just another example of this. It's being reported in the Canadian media that, when a reporter noticed that when they went to go buy tickets for Dune 2, they realized, wait, that ticket is more expensive than, say, a ticket for Madame Web. Wait, what's going on? And then they started doing some cross-referencing. And by the way, it wasn't just Cineplex. There's another theater chain in Canada called Landmark, which I don't know if they're related at all to the Landmark that's down in the States or not, that they were doing it too. But we're focusing on Cineplex here. It's like they're charging more. Why are you charging more? And the audacity, the reporter reached out to Cineplex, and the audacity of their rep said, well, we've done this for years. It's no different than when we charge different prices for time of day. You mean matinees? Yeah, this is different than that. And it's no different from when we charge for this. And basically they just blew it off. And listen, I remember, this reminds me a lot of when AMC and other theaters were going to experiment with charging you more for premium seats. Like, if you get the best seats in the movie theater, you're going to pay a little extra. But don't worry, they would say, if you get one of the worst seats in the theater, we'll charge you less. Remember that? That zone seating thing?
Right.
And what did I say when they first announced? Before they rolled it out, I said, this is a lie. This is just them using this as a pretext to raise prices. Because I said, I guarantee you this is what's going to happen. They're going to take 40 seats and increase the price on 40 of the seats, and they'll take like 10 of the seats that are really bad and reduce it a little bit. But I said, overall, when you average out the price of all the seats in that theater, I guarantee you it's more per seat. I 100% guarantee you. And what happened when they finally rolled it out? Remember, we brought up the seating chart and everything, and we showed you it was exactly that. It was just a big lie. It was a pretext to raise prices and pretend like you were getting something good out of it. Yeah, you got to pay $1 less for the worst seat for 10 or 12 of those seats, but like 40 of the other seats raised their prices by $1.50. It was a lie. They said, oh, don't worry, like it's all going to even out. It never did. And to anybody who would say to me, well, you know, John, with movies, which by the way, the movie theater is supposed to be the great equalizer. You go to see the newest small indie film, say the average price is $10. Just for argument's sake, you pay $10. You're going to see the newest Marvel film, you pay $10. I mean, that's what it was supposed to be. And them saying like, oh, well, for these movies are going to raise prices. Okay, well, are you going to take Madam Web that nobody's going to go see? And are you going to lower the prices on those then to compensate? Oh, no, we're not going to do that. Oh, so you're just using this as a pretext to fuck over the consumers more. I want to ask these movie theater chains, are you so stupid? The movie theaters, which is my church, okay? That's where I go to church. That's my holy ground, is movie theaters. I love going to movie theaters. I love movie theater companies. But they're also idiots. Like, you do realize, or are you too stupid to understand that right now movie theaters are fighting for their lives, and the main thing that you as movie theaters need to be doing right now is winning back the audience. Make people fall in love with coming back to the movie theater, not just for the movies on the screen itself, but also for the overall experience of coming to the movies. You should be in a phase right now where you are doing everything you can to make coming to the movies as appealing as possible. And when you pull these dirtbag piece of shit moves, it's like, oh, now there's a movie you're really excited to see. We're going to charge you more. Fuck you. There is nobody right now. It's not streamers. It's not video games. The number one group responsible for the threat to the existence of movie theaters is fucking movie theaters. They are their own biggest threat because they fuck everything up. And I get passionate about this because I have spent so much of my life in love with this one particular theater chain. They were my dream. This is not hyperbole when I say this. I would talk with Ann at night about how my dream is that we're going to get to go back to Canada and I'll do what I'm doing for AMC at Cineplex. That was my dream. And it's not limited to Cineplex. I've often lamented about some of the ass backwards but fucking stupid things that I've seen AMC theaters do, that I've seen other, a theater chain I worked with for many years, and I have a great special place in my heart for them. I really do, despite my criticisms. But when I watch these stewards of our movie-going experiences being the ones who are the most clueless, it's frustrating to me as a film fan. You guys know how passionate I am about the movie-going experience. I love going to the movies, guys. I love it. It's my favorite fucking thing in the world to do. And when I see, and I'll get angry when I see somebody threatening it, but when it's the theaters themselves threatening it, making it more unappealing. Cineplex should be looking at this and saying, hey, there's Dune 2 now. People are going to love to come. Instead of saying, let's roll out the red carpet. Let's make sure this is the best experience they have. Let's make it as easy for them to come in that. No, you know what they did instead? People want to see Dune 2? Awesome. Let's fuck them. Let's fuck them. Yeah. You idiots. If the movie theater, and I'm by no means convinced like some people are that the movie theaters go, listen, last 20 years I've been hearing people say every day, movie theaters are going to be gone in the next 3 or 4 years. I've been hearing people say that for 20 years. I don't believe that. But if in the next 3 or 4 years, movie theaters disappear, it'll say on their tombstone, murdered by movie theaters. Here lies movie theaters, murdered by movie theaters. And they got no one else to blame. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Factor. You know, guys, some days it's great to prepare your own meal, but some days it's great to have wonderful, delicious meals already ready to go. Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals makes eating better every day easy. Wherever tomorrow takes you, be ready with pre-prepared, chef-crafted, and dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. You'll have over 35 different options a week to choose from, including keto, calorie smart, vegan, veggie, and more. And there's even more to enjoy with with over 55 nutrition-packed add-ons that help make your weekly meal planning even more delicious. So what are you waiting for? Get started today and have a feel-good week of meals ready to go. They've got snacks, smoothies, and more. Discover a wide variety of easy options for the entire day, like breakfast, midday bites, and more. And guys, you get to save. We've done the math. Factor is less expensive than takeout, and every meal is dietitian approved to be nutritious and delicious. So guys, head to factormeals.com/Campea50 and use the code Campea50 to get 50% off. That's code Campea50 at factormeals.com/Campea50 to get 50% off. Anyway, Chris, that's my over-emotional response to what I've just seen. What are your thoughts on all this?
I mean, they're clawing at every dollar they can get. They've had so many financial issues. They had that whole case, right, with Cineworld specifically.
Yeah, where they were gonna be acquired by Cineworld, the owners of Regal and stuff like that. Yeah.
And so that happened with they were selling part of their business, trying to recoup money and everything. They filed for some reliefs that they did not get. So, like any business, I can understand trying to raise that bottom line so that you can recoup some of that money and not go full Michael Scott. That said, this is some bullshit. It really is, especially when they've been reached for comment from the Globe and other people of saying, oh, all of our customers are fully aware that they are being charged for this, that they have this. It makes me feel, follow me on this journey, it makes me feel like it's similar to the Wendy's surge pricing.
Yeah, I don't get that's
yeah.
It's just stupid.
That's going to fall on its face.
Yeah, okay, well then I can just go to another movie theater and see it for less money. Or, okay, well I guess I'm going to go to McDonald's.
Yeah, sorry you came at this point. We're going to charge you more. I'll then cancel my order.
Exactly. You're charging me more and I don't get any incentives? Well then, okay, bye. I'm not doing this. Because this is an audio medium, I just gave the finger. I don't understand why they thought this would be a smart move. And I understand it's just, a few bucks here. But still, your consumer is smart. And you want to create a loyal consumer. You want to have a great customer experience for that consumer so they only go to your theaters. There is a tribalism that we have with them here. I go to Regal all the time. I love going to Regal. I like my Regal points. I love their system. You guys I know are A-list folks. You do AMC. That works for you. It makes sense for you. You want to create an environment that makes your consumer want to specifically go to you. This is the opposite.
Yeah.
It's not smart.
I'm going to resist the temptation to say some of the other things on my mind.
Ooh.
I'm going to hold back on that. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The idea of, hey, we're going to, raise prices on some, but we're not going to balance that out by lowering prices on others. No, anyway, and this whole thing about, I saw that comment where they said, our audience is full aware. Really? So you're saying if I go to the ticket purchase price right now, there's not going to be a notification saying, notice you will be paying more for this ticket than if you go to see another movie. Because if you don't, shut up. Anyway, whatever you guys think about this, jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.